Before we get into today's episode and start cultivating the field, I've moved the tractor and the cultivator out here onto the road because this morning I was putting together the gravel here, obviously trying to build up the yard. I haven't got enough gravel at the moment. I have filled it in around the back here because I do have some plans for the space around the back here, which you'll see later on. But I hope to get some more gravel at some point to finish this off and hopefully look into building another shed. Obviously, it's not too long of a drive here to the field. This shouldn't take too long, I'm hoping. I'm hoping to get this job done really quickly, because then I can look at planting the seed. Let's get that lowered. And away we go. That's the field all cultivated. I'm really happy with that. Let's just get this equipment back to the yard. So the next part of this process is to look into buying a seeder and some seeds to obviously help plant on the field. Here we are back at the shop, and this is the seeder I have bought. It's not the cheapest seeder, but it's not the most expensive. I wanted something to work with that was quite simple to use, and obviously space is limited. I'm just going to fill that up with some of the seeds I've got there. It's a nice little design. It should be easy to use, and obviously it will get the job done. Now you might be thinking, what's the drive like from here to my farm? It's not too bad. It's pretty straightforward. It's just staying on this main road all the way down through the village, and then you'll pretty much hit my farm. So there is a lot of farm traffic in the village because there are other farms about, and I am meaning to meet some of the other neighbours at some point and getting to know them. We are just entering the village now, just to give you some sort of perspective. And you just follow this main road round. As you can see, there's all houses around here. This is sort of the main bulk of the village, and if you just carry on down this road, you'll start to see some of my fields up the top there, and as you come around the corner here, you'll see the field that I'm working on. Pulling into the field now. This will be a fun job. I'm looking forward to this, and it'll be nice to watch this grow from my bedroom window, which is over there. I believe we have the drone, so we can send that up and you can watch the time lapse. That is the field complete. I'm very happy with it. It has brought up some more stones. I might look at getting the stone picker out again, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But this is looking really good now, and I'm really happy with it. And One thing I am aware of is I need the space, and I don't really have that at the moment. I'm obviously looking into more sheds and things like that, but I am getting a lot of questions from the locals regarding what I have planned for this field down here. I believe they think it is a little too close to the church to have all this farming equipment. So there is a few upset people, but I'm sure I can work around that. But for now, I'm going to park this in here and start taking the tractor into the main driveway, just because there is no space out here. Just before we head off and I show you the last bit, I wanted to sort of show how much space there actually is here. Now I've got this awkward bush in the middle of the field and it kind of divides it. I guess it is a nice divide, and I am looking at placing more of the sheds down the bottom of the slope here, because I don't really want to be driving heavy vehicles all the way up to the top of the field. Obviously I've got this nice little tree here that I am hoping to keep. I'm thinking of putting like a roundabout around this using the gravel. But yeah, it's just something to consider. Obviously I am having a lot of trouble trying to get planning permission, and with it being on a slope it is some very awkward space. I do also own these fields down the back here, but I'm hoping to use them as farmland at some point. Obviously I'm currently focusing on the field I have over there, which I'm planning to plant on even more. One thing I wanted to show you before I wrap up this episode, I haven't really looked at the top fields that I've got, and I have noticed there is an old shed up there which I'm thinking of using to store equipment, because I am starting to pick up a lot of equipment as time goes on, and I'm obviously not having the sort of funds to buy a new shed every time. You can see it up here on the hillside. It is a little bit of a trek, and there's not much security up here regarding the field. So this is the shed here. As you can see, it's a bit open, it's nothing special, but I do own all of this land up here, which I am very interested to do something with it. I am thinking like some sort of farmer's market or something, or even turning it into proper parking for the church. I know it's still a bit of a trek, but a little walk up and down the hill shouldn't be too much of trouble. Now I might have all these grand plans, but like I say, some of the neighbours aren't best pleased about the work I'm doing down near the church, so perhaps I might need to look at moving things up here in the future. That is pretty much all for today's episode. Next time I'm going to look into buying some more equipment and obviously future-proofing my farm, and also I'll explain my plans for behind the shed here. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.